Hello, hello. I don't know what happened. I was off. Like, my internet pooped. And then the streams. What's happening right now? Oh, I'm so confused right now. Okay, we're live on the horizontal feed. Weird. Bring up Twitch again, gosh darn it. Yeah, no, we're back on Twitch. Weird. I don't know what happened there. Well, shoot, I've never had a stream just spontaneously combust like that before. There's a first for everything, right? Fancy. Well, that was poopy. It's 73 degrees right now. I don't think it's going to get up to 80. I just don't see that happening. You guys think it's gonna get up to 80? I don't think it's gonna get up to 80. I just don't.
Which would in and of themselves be groundbreaking, allegations, right? That this is going to happen, this impending announcement, excuse me. And they're just made all the time willy-nilly, wink, wink, and then, what's going to happen?
Skippy, I don't know that I like you narrating my dog's inner monologue like that.
Right? It
really
is just crumbs to feed the pigeons, and guess who's the pigeons? Yeah, we are. And again, I mean the utmost respect to Ross. This just gets old.
Do
right?
you?
So if he knows something, just say it, right? It's such a weird thing, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
We'll have to wait and see what this is.
That's what I've been saying.
Wait and see. Is there some impending
if you're so
private
confident that something's
groups,
happening,
they're going to be what? Revealing
just
a major
say
discovery
it.
about plasmoid sentient beings? Is that why David Grush said it? And what's a private group that's out there that could possibly do this, right? I covered one in my psionics documentary, Skywatcher, and they have absolutely studied orbs and plasmoids, right? Are they one of the groups? The Soul Foundation with Dr. Gary Nolan, and Dr. Gary Nolan has advised with Skywatcher, right? So that's interesting, right? And you got Disclosure Fund, I think it's called, or something. I mean, there's a lot of groups out there. I don't know, but Skywatcher and Soul Foundation seem to be the two at the top that could be, revealing this major discovery. And will they provide evidence to the public? Right? I don't know. I kind of have a feeling this may have something to do with Skywatcher, especially with David Grush's connection to Skywatcher, right? So I don't know. Is it all part of a plan? Right? Now, granted, Grush was asked that question in the Q&A. It's not like he served up that information. And I remember hearing the live stream when that happened. Like, wait a second, why wasn't the whole press conference about that? Tell us what you know about NHI, right? Let's see the photos, right? Because in that same press conference, just made a video about it. He talked about he had just seen photo evidence of the crash recovery vehicles and described the vehicles, right? So what's the evidence he's seen of these plasmoids and bipedal aliens, which bipedal, two-legged, the odds of that happening are just so rare that the aliens that have come here or interdimensional or whatever are also walking around on two legs. The odds of that happening are crazy, right? So again, just very weird.
It's almost like it's just,
and then he says, well,
unbelievable, right? It's almost like it's entirely unbelievable. It's crazy how that works. When you apply a little logic to it, it starts to fall apart. Isn't that weird? Isn't that so strange?
Plasmoid, and we got this, and there's some other one. We'll say them. Why are we talking about anything else? That's the thing we want to know about, right? Like, we literally showed up for that. That's what that press conference is about. For that information about aliens to come out to the public. It's about nothing else.
You say the thing.
So why wouldn't you talk about that the most?
Say the thing.
Tell us everything you know about that. The whole conversation should be around that and getting that evidence out. Anything else is a distraction. So I'm sure Grush, maybe just needs to be asked about it, right? I don't know. I'm just confused, as always,
No, you come to the right conclusion. Follow that thread to the end. He's scamming you. That's what it's all about. That's what happened. He's scamming you, man. He's scamming everybody. Don't endorse that. Stop paying attention to him. Stop letting him do that to your psychological health.
With this stuff, it becomes very confusing. So will there be some impending announcement like Ross is saying? Probably, right? And of course, these things get told behind the scenes to all kinds of people, and they sit on it and wait till the right moment when they're told they can talk about it, right? And then again, it just makes you question who are the real gatekeepers, right? We keep saying the government is gatekeeping information, but it seems to me a lot of UFO journalists and researchers are also gatekeeping information. Now, they may have good reason to do it, and I'm not saying I wouldn't do the same thing in their position, but it's why I don't put myself in their position, right? I don't have secret sources to tell me things, because then you're left with this burden, right? I would just want to spill the beans. And they would make you feel like, you got to hang on, you got to wait till we tell you in this. And then they coordinate with other podcasters and researchers to kind of have it come out. Right. Watch. When this thing happens that Ross is talking about, you'll see other people start talking about it. You may even see other people mention it right before it happens. Right. And there'll be stories ready to go right when it comes out. I don't know. Again, very confused. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And don't forget to check out Veted's very first feature documentary, Psionics, The Minds That Summon UFOs. It is still available on our website, psionics.film. Go
The people who claim they can summon the phenomenon with their minds, the community to no other UFO show will touch. We took the cameras, we went to find them. What we found broke the rules. It's obviously written with ChatGPT. And this picture itself is obviously AI. Like, why are the fringe pseudoscience guys always so into AI, generative AI? Like, just why? Why is that such a thing? Why is it just ubiquitous? It's like, that's insane. I mean, I guess do what you want. Sorry, it's hard to type and talk or text and talk at the same time.
Steven Spielberg needs to get saved. He really does. You know, he just told the world that we need to pray for him. He just told the world that his new movie, Disclosure Day, is going to rattle Christianity. Come on now. The film is about aliens and government cover-ups with a former Catholic nun just caught right up in the middle. And the big question the movie dares to ask is, if extraterrestrial life is real, what happens to your God? Please. Listen, Hollywood thinks it found a crack in the foundation. Hollywood thinks a 2-hour film can do what 20 centuries of persecution could not. Listen, this is the enemy trying to infiltrate the...
Did you say 20 centuries of persecution? So the Christians have been persecuted. One of the most dominant religions, the predominant religion in the US, one of the world's 3 most subscribed to religions, responsible for innumerable deaths and destruction itself, has been persecuted for 200 centuries. 20 centuries, was it? 200 centuries? How many did you say?
Church with fear.
That is just so wrong. It's just so wrong. Why are you framing it like that, you absolute fucknut?
And doubt and unbelief. And it's not going to work. Not with the real church. Now, there is a church within the church. There's a lot of people sitting in churches right now who are not Christians. And maybe it'll rattle them. We need to pray. We really need to pray. This is the Entertainment Mountain, once again, releasing a full-fledged assault on Christianity, and this time using current events and the fear of aliens to do it. But here's what I want you to stay for, because section 4 of this video is going to show you something that Catholic exorcists have been silenced for saying. And it's going to completely change how you see every UFO headline you've ever read. So stay with me. This is Jennifer LeClaire, and I want to remind you that we have a free download for you at the end of this broadcast on 7 signs you're under spiritual attack right now. So stay to the end and get that. And remember also, if you're in South Florida, come on by to Awakening House of Prayer and meet me in person. Now, Disclosure Day's plot. It follows a meteorologist and a cybersecurity expert who exposed a government cover-up of extraterrestrial secrets. This is standard Hollywood fare, aliens, conspiracy theories, the whole machine. But listen, they've said, many times I've heard this to be true, that they always tell you what they're doing before they do it. It's the law of the Illuminati or whatever organization it is. There's all these secret societies. They have to show you what they're going to do before they do it. But listen.
Right, secret societies. So Steven Spielberg is talking about aliens, and she's on some secret society bullshit. All right? The Illuminati. Let's talk about them.
You've got to question the timing. This movie, Disclosure Day, came out on the same day the U.S. government dropped its 3rd round of alien files. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I can just say this: Spielberg's timing is not that good. He's not prophetic. This is all engineered. And really, it is an assault on Christianity. I'm not saying it's going to work. The gates of hell will not prevail against the church, but they underestimate us. In an interview with Turner Classic Movies host Ben Mankiewicz at CBS Morning News Sunday morning, Spielberg said something that made the rounds. He raised the idea that if the truth came out overnight, if the government suddenly admitted that it had been, hiding all this stuff since 1947, all this, in his words, he said it would mess up a lot of people. And he talked about ontological shock, whatever that is. And he talked about social dislocation. And he put the question on the table himself. Speaking of the beliefs that many of us hold, he asked, is God, our God, only on this planet? Or is God a God of every system where there's civilization, intelligent life, and even developing life? And, one of the characters, this is just all gobbledygook to me, but I'm sounding the alarm on it because once again, you see...
So you didn't see the movie, and you don't know anything about the movie, and you don't know anything about the concepts in the movie, and it's still somehow an attack on Christianity? Okay. Well, anywho, we didn't get to 10 viewers today, so I am just going to cut it off the normal time. I'm going to use that time to actually, do production stuff, so even if you don't get more stream, you'll get more video sooner. So there you go. But thank you very much for hanging out. Skippy, I know you're probably sticking around or stuck around somewhere. You have probably stuck around somewhere. Thank you for watching. And I'll see y'all on Monday. Maybe Saturday. But if we don't meet, then Monday. If we don't do the gaming stuff, then